What makes highly intelligent people lose everything to scams? A PhD researcher lost $347,000. An engineer took his own life. And the person scamming them? They were kidnapped and forced into it under threat. After investigating a $15 billion criminal operation that spans 80 countries, I've uncovered four lessons that could protect you or someone you love. And the fourth one? It's killing more people than the scams themselves. For those just joining, over three videos, we investigated torture compounds, forced labor operations, and how one crime syndicate stole $5.8 billion in a single year. But today isn't about the crime, it's about the lessons that keep you safe. I'm about to challenge what you think you know about intelligence, about victims, about technology, and about shame. Stay with me. This could change how you protect yourself and the people you care about. Lesson 1. Intelligence doesn't protect you from emotional manipulation. Dr. Carina Mills has a PhD, published research, trained to think critically, question assumptions, analyze data, and she lost $347,000. Doctors, lawyers, engineers, college professors, people who wouldn't click a phishing email, people who pride themselves on being careful, all victims. Here's why. Pig butchering scams don't attack your intelligence. They attack your emotional needs, loneliness, the hunger for validation, connection, the basic human desire to be truly understood. When someone spends 6 months making you feel seen, heard, and valued, your rational brain shuts down. The emotional brain takes over, and that's exactly what they're counting on. So stop thinking, I'm too smart to fall for this. Start thinking, everyone is vulnerable under the right circumstances. The people most likely to fall for these scams are often the most successful, educated, and independent because they trust their own judgment too much and don't ask for help until it's too late. But here's an even darker truth that will change how you see these scams. The person messaging you, the one stealing your money, they might not be your enemy at all. Lesson 2. The victim is also a victim. Remember Rakesh? Applied for an IT job, got kidnapped, forced to comply through violence, given two choices: become a scammer or die. Between 220,000 and 500,000 people trapped in these compounds from over 80 countries, forced to scam under threat of violence, torture, or death. Every day I thought about the people I was hurting, but every day I knew if I didn't meet my quota, they would harm me, sell me to worse conditions, or worse. What would you do? This is morally complicated. The person messaging you is committing fraud, but they're also enslaved. They're a perpetrator and a victim simultaneously. And this matters because it changes everything about how we solve this. We don't just need law enforcement to arrest criminals. We need international rescue operations to free modern slaves. We need to prosecute the people running these operations, like Chenji, not just the people forced to work in them. Here's the lesson. The scam epidemic is also a human trafficking crisis. The solution requires both justice and compassion. But now here's what's even more terrifying, and this is where you're really at risk. Lesson 3. Every technology that connects us also becomes a weapon. 30 years ago, romance scams existed, but they were limited. Letters took days, phone calls were expensive, meeting required physical proximity. Today, dating apps let scammers target thousands simultaneously. Social media provides detailed victim research. Cryptocurrency makes money untraceable. AI generates perfect faces. Voice cloning creates trusted voices. Deepfake videos prove authenticity. Each advancement makes scams more sophisticated, more scalable, more profitable. Chenji didn't become a billionaire by being smarter than previous scammers. He became a billionaire by using technology to industrialize fraud. One compound with 500 workers targets 10,000 people simultaneously, and it's accelerating. Real time deepfake video calls, AI voice clones of your family members, platforms we haven't even imagined yet. Which brings us to the most critical lesson, and I need you to really hear this one. Lesson 4. Shame kills more people than scams do. Dennis Jones didn't take his own life because he lost money. He took his life because he felt he had betrayed family trust. The money didn't kill him, the shame did. The FBI estimates only 15% of pig butchering victims report the crime. That means 85% suffer in silence. Why? I felt stupid. I was embarrassed. I didn't want my family to know. I thought it was my fault. These are the words that kill people, not the scam, the shame. Shame prevents people from getting help while money can still be recovered. It prevents warning others. It isolates victims at the exact moment they need support most. And in cases like Dennis's, it leads to tragedy. We need to change the narrative right now. Getting scammed doesn't mean you're stupid. It means you were targeted by professional criminals using sophisticated psychological manipulation. When someone's house gets robbed, we don't ask, "How were you dumb enough to let that happen?" We support them, we help them, we catch the criminals. The antidote to shame is conversation. Talk about scams with your family, share stories without judgment, remove the stigma, replace shame with awareness. It's the only way we break this cycle. If Dennis had felt safe talking to his family before it was too late, he would still be here. This is what I want you to remember. The scams are real, but shame is the real killer. Right now, behind compound walls, new victims are being contacted, new workers are being trafficked. The scams continue. But here's what's also true. 47 people stopped scams in progress after watching the first video in this series. That's over $1.2 million saved by awareness, by conversation, by people caring enough to share information. You're part of that solution right now. The solution isn't perfect technology or perfect enforcement. It's imperfect humans looking out for each other. That's how we win. Here's what you can do today. Share this series with everyone who needs it. Talk openly about scams without judgment. Check in on isolated friends and family members. Question investment opportunities together, not alone. Remove shame. Add support. Every person who watches this is one less person who falls victim. Every conversation removes shame and adds awareness. Every share protects someone you'll never meet. This is how awareness becomes armor. We can't stop Chenja's organization overnight, but we can make every person harder to scam. And that's how we win, not through perfect prevention, through imperfect protection, one person at a time. If you or someone you know needs help, FBI Internet Crime Complaint Center at ic3.gov. Call 1-866-720-5721 or visit globalantiscam.org. If you're struggling, National Suicide Prevention Lifeline 988. These resources exist because you're not alone in this. Thank you for watching, thank you for caring, and thank you for being part of the solution. You're not just a viewer, you're a protector now.